Having a baby is life-changing, something I know well. And it can be a rough change because only 19% of workers have access to paid family leave after the birth or adoption of a child. And for low-wage workers, that number drops to 9%.
That means nearly a quarter of new moms return to work within just 10 days after having a baby, a necessity that often leads to health problems, depression, and prevents moms from bonding with their babies. Dads tend to go back even sooner.
And some of the new studies have shown how fathers, and they also, when they're home those first few weeks, produce this love hormone that women also produce called oxytocin that creates this super strong bond.
A bond, studies show, leads to dads being more involved, which leads to higher cognitive scores for their kids. With paid leave, mothers are about 40% less likely to go on public assistance and food stamps. And get this, paid leave has been shown to literally save lives.
10 weeks of paid leave is associated with a 10% drop in infant mortality.
I mean, think about that even the rate at which children survived and thrived their earliest months of life was tied to the presence of their mothers.
Today, Speaker Pelosi and Senator Schumer are receiving a letter from some unlikely conservative and pro-life allies. It says the lack of a federal policy creates an impossible situation for families. 44% of Americans cannot cover an unexpected $400 emergency, meaning a new child is often a financial catastrophe.
Is this a conservative issue?
Oh, absolutely. As a pro-life community, we care about life. We care about the dignity of all life before a baby is born. So we should care about the baby as much after the baby is born. And so to me, this is totally consistent with our worldview.
Instead of a system that separates moms and dads from their babies as soon as possible, Mayenza and others say money is better spent keeping them together during those critical first weeks.
It is a better use of our dollars as taxpayers, in that why would we pay a different person to care for a child when the mother is so desperately desiring that and would be better at it?
A financial cushion would likely reduce abortions, since many abortion-minded women say they can't afford their babies.
So it would be a really good thing to take that off the table, to say to this young mother, to this young couple, there is support for you, financial and otherwise. We want to remove that pressure.
Republicans have introduced several optional plans in Congress that are budget neutral. One set allows families to take 1 to 3 months' pay from their Social Security accounts and then delay activating retirement benefits for 2 to 6 months. A separate plan lets parents advance $5,000 from their child tax credit. Then, instead of writing off $2,000 per child, they can write off $1,500 for 10 years. Democrats want a bigger program, but conservative advocates are hoping for a bipartisan solution.
It's a growing issue. It's growing in support, and it's time that we come together in a bipartisan way to solve this problem.
It's a popular issue politically, which may make all the difference. More than 70% of Americans support a federal paid family leave program, including a majority of conservatives, independents, and progressives. Jennifer Wishon, CBN News.